Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Clara, and today I have with me a very special guest. It's the limited edition Guerlain Meteorites to celebrate their 30th anniversary of making the meteorites. Guerlain has been making their meteorites since 1987, and this edition is for the summer of 2017. It's called the Birthday Candle Perles. So today I'm going to talk about these beautiful meteorites. I'm going to do a comparison as well with some of the other meteorites that I have in my collection, as well as a demo. And if you stick around until the end of this video, I do have some exciting news for you regarding a giveaway. So let's just talk about the availability of this product first of all. I have been looking for it for about a month now. I am in the US, and normally Guerlain does release a spring meteorite and a winter meteorite, but I'd been seeing some pictures of these like summer meteorites that were supposed to be released, and at first it said they were coming to the US. After waiting for a month and kind of checking all the normal sites that have the meteorites for sale, I wasn't able to find them, so I messaged Guerlain and they said that unfortunately this edition of the Birthday Candle Perles are not coming to the US. However, they do still have the Spring 2017 Happy Glow meteorites available. I did do a video on those, so you can check that out. I'll leave a link in the description bar below if you are in the US and you're interested. However, I picked mine up on eBay, and from my experience with collecting meteorites, just from how they look and how they smell, they do seem to be authentic meteorites. So I'll also leave the seller information from the person that I bought these from, if that would help some of you guys feel more comfortable about ordering on eBay if you have been eyeing these and you are in a country where they're not sold. I'm by no means saying that you have to go run out and buy these on eBay, but if you want to, then I just want to help you guys feel more comfortable about where you can find them. Now, the basic information for this product is that it does contain 25 grams. I'm not 100% sure on the actual price of these because, again, I did buy them on eBay. They're not available in the US, but if you did purchase them and you're in another country, it would be really great if you could leave the price information below to help some other viewers out who are interested in the meteorites. The 25 grams that come in here is really standard. It's exactly the same size as the ones in their permanent collection. When they do release meteorites in this kind of ball form, however, these have 5 more grams of product in them, but they are usually more expensive. And I do want to address the fact that whenever I order a set of meteorites, even though I do have quite a few, I'm always surprised at how small they are when I open the box. So if you guys are just ordering your meteorites for the first time, they are really small in the container, and the container is only really about halfway full of meteorites. But if you keep in mind that this is like a powder product, it is a finishing powder, and I'll talk a little bit more about how to use it if you're new to the meteorites, then this product does last you quite a while. It just always looks surprisingly small when you open it for the first time. Now, as for the Birthday Candle Perles, they do come in this kind of beautiful like pink satin finish tin, and it has a sort of white pattern that looks kind of like flower petals that are blossoming outward. So this is a little bit different than their standard flower pattern that comes on the top of most of the meteorites. They come with just this ordinary sort of sponge on the top, which is the same sort of sponge that was in the Shalimar meteorites from winter. These ones are really hard to pick up out of the packaging because there's nothing really to like grab onto. So for these, I normally just take them out and keep them elsewhere unless I'm like traveling or something. Then you can stick them back in the tin to protect the meteorites, because some of the smaller ones are really soft compared to the larger meteorite pearls that come in the containers. And you can see just from the powder that got on the sponge that this is kind of a light pink powder. The large meteorite pearls that come inside are a white, a pink, and then also a kind of gold, which does have just a little bit of shimmer. And one of the more shimmery elements in these meteorites are the tiny pearls that are in here. They're kind of a rosy champagne color. They're a little bit different from the other small pearls that have been released in the previous versions, but they are very soft, which is typical of the small pearls. Mine did ship from Singapore, so they came a long way to me, and still most of them are unbroken, but it's normal for a few of the pearls to get a little bit crushed when they're being shipped, just because especially the smaller ones are pretty soft. Overall, I find that it's about the same sort of shimmeriness as their permanent meteorites, which, if you're not familiar, the permanent ones have just a tiny bit of shimmer in them. So typically I find that you can use the less shimmery ones as an all-over powder and not really see any glitter particles on your face. But for like the winter edition holiday meteorites that come out, those do have quite a bit of shimmer in them, so I normally reserve those for like a highlight. The Guerlain Meteorites are finishing powders which are supposed to be applied at the very end of doing all your makeup. They're not really a setting powder to keep oil at bay or to lock in your makeup or anything like that, but after you're done with all your makeup, if you find that your skin looks just a little bit dull, or if you feel like you need a little bit of color correcting, the different meteorites have different kind of properties, so they can give a different finish to the skin after your whole look is complete, and they do make your skin look more flattering in different lighting as well, especially if you'll notice indoor lighting sometimes can make you look a little bit sallow in color. These different color correcting meteorites can sort of help with that. They do as well claim to have sort of a blurring effect to the meteorites, as well as the Meteorites Baby Glow Foundation, which I am wearing on my face today. I wanted to see how much of that blurring effect we could get with the meteorites, and I figured I would give them a little bit of help by using the recommended kind of meteorites foundation that goes with it. I am planning on filming a full review of that foundation, but I will just say right now that although it is kind of a sheer to medium foundation, it does interestingly have a little bit of that blurring effect that's advertised, which I don't really find I get from most other foundations. I'm going to do finger swatches of the meteorites just so you can see what tone they have to them, but keep in mind it looks a little bit powdery when you swatch with a finger because they're really supposed to be applied with a big fluffy brush. I never find them to look really like powdery on the skin. The Birthday Candle Pearls swatch with a light pink tone, which I feel would look flattering on a lot of people. Again, there's not much shimmer in them, and I do find that this particular version of the meteorites has a kind of interesting iridescence to it that I don't really see in the other versions. Compared to the permanent meteorites in shade 02 Clair, I find that they have about the same amount of shimmer, but the meteorites in Clair are kind of a light, almost like blue-green color, so it's really only very flattering on light skin tones. If your skin is a little bit more tan, then it will make you look just a little bit ashy because of that green tint. But because of the green undertones, it does work pretty well to counteract redness in the skin. Compared to the Shalimar pearls that came out this past winter, you'll see that these are a lot more shimmery, and also they are very golden in tone. I think they make a beautiful highlighter, but there's too much glitter in it for me personally to use as a finishing powder. And compared to the meteorites from 2015 winter, they look pretty similar in terms of lightness, but this one definitely does have more of a white kind of beige undertone, which again can make it look a little bit too light to be used if your skin is more on the tan side. This year's Birthday Candle Pearls have a little bit more of that pink to them, which will look more flattering on more skin tones. And again, I do find these winter meteorites to be more shimmery, as is generally the trend with the holiday ones. Next we have the Happy Glow Meteorites, which were released this spring, and these are available in the US as well. I do have a completely separate review on these, which again I will leave in the description box below if you're interested to check those out. But I find that even though these do have some purple pearls in here instead of the more yellow ones that come with the Birthday Candle Pearls, these are the closest in color to the Birthday Candle Pearls out of the ones I have in my collection. You can see that the lightness is very similar in the powder, but it does have just a hint more of that purple to it. Again, they have about the same amount of shimmer as the permanent meteorites, so I do find that they're suitable for an all-over finishing powder, and these are still my favorite version of the meteorites. I just find that they look really flattering on the skin, and because of that purple it does have some of the brightening effect as well. You do get a little bit of that brightening effect still with the pink, but I just feel like it's a little bit more noticeable with the purple meteorites in there. And lastly we have the Carousel Pearls. These are from spring of 2016. They have the same kind of pink tone to them, but you can see that the meteorites in here are like really on the redder side rather than the pink side. Again, these aren't a particularly shimmery version of the meteorites, but I do find that because of the intense pink color, it is more suitable to be used as a blush rather than all over finishing powder. For those of you who do have more sensitive skin, I think it's important to mention that all the meteorites do have kind of this candied violet scent to them. I love the scent personally because it just smells like delicious to me and at the same time floral, but if your skin is really sensitive to fragrance, then these might not work out for you. The foundation also has that same kind of violet scent. My skin personally is really sensitive to a lot of things, but it hasn't broken out from either of these products. I did recently pick up the Guerlain Meteorites brush. It does come with its own kind of little black case to keep it clean, and I just thought it was worth giving this a try because it is marketed to work with the meteorites. It's a really pretty brush. It has these beautiful pink bristles, and it is printed with the same kind of Guerlain pattern that's on the permanent meteorites. I believe this is made out of goat hair, which isn't really the softest hair in the world, And so it has a lot of polarizing reviews. People seem to either love this brush or really hate it. So I just want to give you the kind of pros and cons on this brush so you can make up your own mind. The people who say that they really don't like it say that it's very scratchy, and it is actually a very kind of stiff brush. But I feel like Guerlain made it this way because a lot of their powders, if you're familiar, are more hard pressed, which keeps them from picking up too much product. It makes it easier to build the product instead of kind of ending up with one sort of patch of color on your face somewhere. And it does keep their beautiful patterns intact for longer. It keeps you from kicking up more of the product as you're using it and kind of wasting it. So I think that's why they do their powders that way, but just it's important to understand that their powders are normally a little bit harder pressed. So this brush really is made to work with the Guerlain powders, and that's why it's important to have it be a little bit stiffer. I will say that again, if your skin is really sensitive like mine is, you may notice that as you use it, your skin gets kind of red for a little while just because of the actual pressure of the brush, because this isn't the softest brush in the whole world. But we will use it today to apply the Birthday Meteorites powder. And before we jump into the demo, I do want to say that you'll probably won't see a very noticeable difference on the face when it's on the camera. In person, you'll kind of feel like there's a little bit of something different. For me, I see a little bit of that iridescent shine, so it's good if you're using really mattifying products to bring some of that shine back to your face. I don't really see the glitter in it, but when it's on my face, I do see that iridescence. So let's just swirl in here, and you can see the powder is pretty soft, so it's kicking up a little bit. Now if I look really closely up into the mirror, I do see like a tiny sparkle here and there, but from conversation distance you don't really see a lot of shimmer all over your face. These powders really are meant more for dry skin to bring some of that life back. Since I have combo skin, it does still work for me, but if you are looking for like an oil control sort of powder, that's not really what these are. They're, again, a finishing powder just to kind of bring some more of that like glow and life back to your makeup after you're finished. If you have any questions at all about the meteorites, please leave me a comment down below. I would be really happy to answer any of your questions. And for those of you guys who have your own meteorites pearls, don't feel shy to join in and answer those questions too, or give any tips that you have about how you like to use your meteorites. And now for the important giveaway news. I am giving away one of these birthday candle pearls to thank you guys for helping me reach 500 subscribers. Your support over these past few months has really meant a lot to me, and it's really made it easier to keep filming these videos knowing that you guys are enjoying watching them and leaving such nice comments for me. That's really, really encouraging, and I just wanted to thank you guys and give something back. So I decided to give away one of these meteorites since these seem to be one of the favorites on my channel is the meteorite pearls, so I thought that would make somebody really happy. And since I do have a lot of international support as well, this giveaway is open internationally. I want to be as fair as I possibly can to everyone. The winner will be selected randomly, and the rules for entering are super simple. You just have to be subscribed to my channel, and also I will leave a link below to my Instagram if you would be so kind as to subscribe to that as well. And then just leave me a quick comment down below saying you'd like to be entered in the giveaway, and that is it. The giveaway will be open for 1 month to allow everybody time to enter who wants to. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and when that happens, I will be doing another giveaway for you guys. Just again as a thank you for all your support. It really does mean a lot to me. I hope that you will enter in my giveaway, and I hope that you will let your friends know about my channel as well so that they can have the chance to enter too. And that is it for today. I hope that you all are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again really soon. Bye bye!